Thank you for tuning in to Elevated Arts in Healing, the podcast. I am your host, Amy Elevated. I am back with our second episode of our Empowered Consistency series. In the last episode, we talk about embracing empowered consistency and some practical tips to help you stay consistent and committed to your goals and personal growth. In this episode, we will be talking about cultivating mindfulness and presence, as that is a big key into wellness and being able to stay consistent. Before we get into the episode, please subscribe here on Spotify or over on YouTube, wherever you are enjoying this podcast here today. And also, you can find me over at amyelevated.com, where you can purchase your very own copy of the Empowered Consistency Workbook, which we are talking about here on the podcast and what this whole series is about. You can also purchase my art or view it on the Elevated Art Shop, and you can stay up to date on the classes and programs that I am offering. So, cultivating mindfulness and presence. I'm so excited to be here with y'all today, and we're going to go ahead and get into this episode. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. On our journey of empowered consistency, it is really important to be aware and mindful, which is why we are talking about cultivating mindfulness and presence today. Mindfulness is a mental state of being fully present and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations and surrounding environment without judgment or attachment. So, not worrying about what's going on around you, but just being aware of the sounds, maybe the smells, maybe the temperature, and being aware of your body and being in your body. So, knowing how your body is feeling and where you are feeling it. Awareness is going to then help you make choices that are more aligned in what your mind and body needs, and are going to then empower you to stay consistent and to really crush your goals and really rock it in that personal growth department. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for improving overall well-being and quality of life, which is something that we spoke a bit about in the last episode as well. So be sure to check that out. The impact of mindfulness on overall well-being is very profound and has been studied by researchers and practitioners alike. Some key ways that mindfulness positively influences well-being is improved mental health, better emotional well-being, strengthened resilience, which is something that we're going to talk a little bit about in a later episode, greater life satisfaction, stress reduction, and improved relationships, just to name a few. Because being aware gives you a sense of self-awareness and gives you more control over your reactions to your experiences. So we're not just reacting just off feelings, and we're being aware of the choices that we're making and our actions and and if they are aligned with our goals and our well-being. Some mindfulness practices that you can use in your everyday life. You can do meditation, and you can start small. Like, you can do like 5 minutes if you need to. And if daily seems like a lot, try every other day, or maybe every 3 days, or maybe once a week, just to get you started. You want to start gradually and build up. Doing a body scan, so taking time out of your day to just kind of think about from head to toe how you are feeling, and just kind of scanning down. And as you see that scanner come down, as you're visualizing, just think about what you are seeing and feeling in those particular parts of the body. So that brings you back into your body and helps you be a little bit more grounded. and also breathing exercises. So using the breath to help ground you and help bring you back into your body is a good way to integrate that into your daily practices as well. So now that we've kind of gone over what mindful awareness is and some mindful awareness activities, I want to talk a little bit about incorporating mindful awareness into your everyday activities. Bringing mindful awareness into your daily routines and activities enriches your life by allowing you to be more present, more mindful, and more compassionate. It helps break free from those automatic thought patterns and behaviors and helps you to elevate because you're able to see maybe why you are repeating certain patterns, and then you are able to find a solution to then elevate. And if you're like me and you've decided to go on that sobriety journey and maybe even add that fitness journey in there, or maybe you're just on your fitness journey or you're just on a journey of trying to change your life, that means you're breaking out of habits and patterns that you're used to doing. And it seems maybe difficult to break out of because it's like, why do I keep going back to these things? Why do I keep doing these same things? Mindful awareness and bringing mindful awareness into your everyday is going to give you a better perspective, and it gets you get to look at things without the judgment, so just seeing things as they are, and then you get to open your mind to find the solutions to be able to elevate into your next level. Adding that mindful awareness into your daily activities is going to be a gradual process. So maybe it won't be an all day thing, but you can start by starting with a mindful rising routine. So when you wake up and you're getting ready and you're doing your self care, being really mindful of what you're doing when you're brushing your teeth, setting your intention for the day, or maybe for you, you start with a mindful bedtime routine where you wind down, you give yourself time to journal, reflect on the day. If that's a more comfortable place to start for you, you can start with maybe doing mindful eating. So when you're eating, being very mindful and, basically savoring your eating process. So maybe thinking about the flavors of the food, or the taste of the food. That's the same thing. Flavors, taste. I like food. So just being mindful and being aware while you are eating, and mindful self check-ins. So maybe throughout the day you check in with your body and you're like, okay, how am I feeling? Do I need to breathe? Maybe I need to loosen my jaw. Am I tense in my shoulders? Let's release the tension in my shoulders. So that would be like a mindful check in. And then maybe starting with some mindful tech use, which is something I feel like we all can use. Just being aware of our screen time and how much time we're spending on the screens and things like that. Maybe scheduling in some screen breaks just to give your mind a break, I think, is a great place to start. So, like I said, it is a gradual process. So, you want to start with small moments of mindfulness and then gradually increase the practice as it becomes more comfortable to you. So, if you've decided to start with meditation and maybe you want to meditate in the morning, maybe start with 5 minutes. And once you start feeling like you can expand that, you can expand that to either more time or maybe even expand it into a different type of mindfulness. There's so many different ways to be mindful. So I don't want you to get stuck in this box that it's just sitting in the quiet and meditating. You can do mindful activities like if coloring calms your mind and that gives you the space to think about how you're feeling and do a check-in, then that's your mindful activity. Get creative with it. This is your life. This is your quality of life. So get creative and do things that bring you joy and a sense of fulfillment. The key is to bring non judgmental awareness to your experiences, allowing you to be fully present in the moment and cultivate a sense of inner peace and well being throughout the day. So, those check ins that you're doing or the breathing exercises are to help just to calm and remind you, and that helps reduce anxiety and stress. And maybe you're having a stressful moment, you can take a second to be mindful of how you feel, like where you feel that in your body, and then you can sit with it and process it. So I figured I'd share with you one of my favorite breathing exercises that was shared to me by a friend, and we call this smelling the flowers, blowing out the candles. And it's basically you breathe in, you're smelling the flowers, and you exhale, you're blowing out the candles. So it's reminding you of joy and gratitude. So it's like helping you shift your mindset while also bringing you into your body. And smelling the flowers and blowing out the candles are really joyous experiences. Like smelling the flowers, like taking that time to just really appreciate nature and like enjoying the beautiful floral smells and connecting to your senses. And blowing out the candles is like linked to excitement, and it's generally your birthday and you're making wishes and really tapping back into that childlike imagination side of yourself. So really bringing you back into an alignment and helping you bring yourself back into your body. So with that, you're going to breathe in for 4, you're going to hold it for just a moment, and then you're going to blow out the candles. So we're going to breathe in, smelling the flowers, and then we're going to hold and exhale. And we're blowing out the candles. So that's something that you can use to help ground yourself and bring yourself back throughout the day. And I want to encourage you to pick a mindfulness practice and start to incorporate that into your daily activities. So whether you're incorporating a moment of mindfulness as you're rising in the AM in the morning, or before you go to bed, or maybe even in the middle of the day, taking a moment to yourself, taking a breath, and grounding before transitioning into your next task, which is another mindfulness activity, and that is called mindful transitions, which I will bring up in a later episode. So we'll go a little bit deeper into that once we get there. As you're working through your empowered consistency journey and elevating your life, I just want to encourage you to continue to have those moments of mindfulness and really start to bring awareness to your daily activities, to your body, to how you're feeling. That way, as you're making those choices and working through your reactions, you can really tailor a plan that works best for you. Being aware of your emotions and your emotional needs, you're able to set better boundaries because you know exactly what you need and what your boundaries are, and it's easier to hold those boundaries in those difficult situations. And also, as it does improve relationships, you're able to know what it is that you're looking for in your partner and coming to the relationship from a whole space, which is super important. And it also helps you improve the relationship you have with yourself, which is only going to elevate you further out from here. If you're looking for more help to help you on your empowered consistency journey, your sober journey, your fitness journey, or just changing your life in general, you can go to amyelevated.com. I do have that empowered consistency workbook over 4 weeks. You have 4 different themes, and there's journal prompts for reflection, sobriety tips for those who need it, fitness ideas as well, and creative ways to get those creative juices flowing to help empower your consistency as well. I really enjoyed bringing y'all this episode about cultivating mindfulness and presence. And I cannot wait to come back for the next episode. So until then, make good decisions, love yourselves, and I want to talk with y'all again real soon.